So you want to be logged into your hosting account, obviously. So I'm in my control panel here, look. And the first thing to do is, if I scroll to the very bottom, we're looking for a section called, here it is, software services, and we're looking for this little smiley guy here, Fantastico Deluxe. If we just left click that once, you're then going to see this new window appear, okay? Now yours may look slightly different to mine because I obviously have a lot of domains already with WordPress on, but it's going to be the same, at least down the left hand side here, okay? This is where we're concerned with for now. So here where I'm hovering, you're going to see WordPress. Again, if we just left click that once, then this window appears and we want to select new installation. So again, left click that once. Right, so this is now where we're actually going to install WordPress onto our domain. So the first thing and most important is to make sure that you do install it on the right domain. So if you've only bought one domain name so far and just registered it with your hosting, this is your first installation of WordPress, then you're not going to have to worry, it's just going to be displayed here in this field. If, like me, you own a few domains, then you're going to need to select the drop down menu here and locate the domain name that you want to install WordPress on. So mine's at the bottom here, I've got it aligned already. So left click that once, and then just make sure in the field here that you do have the right domain name. So profitinstruments.org, that's the one I want to install WordPress on. Install in directory, we can leave that blank. Right, your administrator username, this is your username to log into the back end of your site, okay? So the back end of your WordPress blog. So it could be anything you like, but make sure you make a note of it. Password, I've got one ready to copy and paste. Now the only thing I'd say to you here, this is obviously again your password to log into your back end of your WordPress blog, okay? So don't make it an easy one to figure out, make it at least a little tricky. I've got one to paste here ready to go anyway. And next we'll scroll down again. Oops, scroll up a little bit. Okay, so next fields are your base configuration. So you need to set an admin nickname. So most people, 90%, just used admin, and unless you're building a personal blog or maybe you just want to use your real name, then go ahead, you can use any name you want, okay? I tend to use admin, but on my personal blog I actually use my name Ricky. Okay, admin email, I tend to, let's get rid of that one, just have them pointing into one Gmail address. And this is just to notify you when someone's left a comment or anything to do with your blog, okay? WordPress might decide to email you. Okay, site name, let me get rid of that and just call it your keyword that you're trying to rank your site for, okay? So mine's Profit Instruments. And finally description, again just put a line and get your keyword within that line. This doesn't again matter too much. We're going to be using some plugins when we install WordPress now, and then we're actually going to use plugins to do all our SEO. So most of this we're going to overwrite anyway, but just to get a good foundation set up, just use your keyword for your site name, and in your description it needs only to be one sentence, and just make sure you get your keyword in there again. So I might put here, for instance, I'll put my updated Profit Instruments review. Okay, then once you're happy with everything, just click install WordPress. So I'll left click that once. So all you need to do here is just click on finish installation, and that's it. WordPress is now installed onto my domain. Another little handy feature here, they're going to notify you your username look and your password. You'll see my password's blurred out there, but again make sure you make a note of that, or what you can do is put in an email address down here that you own, and then they'll email you the installation details, so you'll have your name and your password that way, okay? One last thing before we finish up in this video to make a note of is your login URL. Now this is always the same. It's basically your domain name, so it will be http:// mine's profitinstruments.org, and then so it'll be your domain name there, and then it's basically /wp-admin/. So let's open up a new tab quickly and I'll just show you that. So I'll put in the address bar http profit Oops, I had a mistake there already. I felt something go wrong on the keyboard. Okay, profitinstruments.org/WP. So it's the initials of WordPress. Okay, WP hyphen admin / again. I'll just double check that. That looks right, and I'll hit return, and it's going to take me to my login page. Right, so it's loaded. So this is obviously now, this is where you will log into the back end of your WordPress blog, okay? So your username you just set when we set up the installation goes there, and obviously your password. We're going to come back to that in the next video now. That's just to show you how to actually find your login area once you've set up your installation.